Hello everyone, and welcome back to the island of Musée. My name is Kara, and as you can see, there is some funky terraforming and lots of holes happening over here at the moment, because today we are finally building my first villager neighborhood. I've spoken a lot about having a Parisian-themed island, but haven't actually done very many specifically French-style builds yet, so this week's videos are all about achieving that Parisian look. To do this, I made a very special custom design that I will be releasing later on in the video, so I hope you'll stick around for that. The very first thing I started to do was I moved my house to the center of the bottom tier down here, and then I started chipping away a little bit at this wall because I wanted the house to be fully visible, and I'm planning to put some things on the side. So here is how the house looks. I am probably going to change the roof, but I haven't done that yet. And now I'm going to move some villager houses. I'm going to place Diana right here. Eventually, I do realize that I kind of wish I put Diana's house a little farther back, but I'm happy with how it looks. And then over on this next side, I'm moving Punchy. However, I am going to cut back a little bit farther into the cliff here so that Punchy has somewhere to walk in front of his house. But this is how it looks, and I'm really happy with it. I think it looks very symmetrical and just all around nice. So underneath of Punchy's house here, I am planning to build a little cafe. I know in Paris there are tons of cafes everywhere, but first I am going to put down lots of pathing. So then on top of this arch stone tile, I am going to be adding some staircase effect custom codes as well as these cobblestone paths from a very talented Japanese creator that I will be linking in the description. Then I am going to place some simple panels. I really enjoy this window design, and then I'm just placing these extra green windows behind where I'm going to put the telephone boxes. I just think it looks nice to put a simple panel behind telephone boxes so that it looks a little bit more cohesive since they don't take up as much space as the other items. I'm also using a loft bed, and the loft bed is customized, and I got that idea off of Instagram. I will link the creator that so kindly helped me catalog these because he has an amazing island, and I really want you guys to see it. Next, I am adding these 100% opaque tiles which overlay the edges of the archstone tile pathing to make a really straight line. And I'm going to put little trees in these empty spots, so I just wanted it to be lined a little bit. I really enjoy this tile path from Alex because it adds a ton of detail, and it is it's just really nice to line everything with. I know it doesn't really match the color of things, but oh well. And then I think I'm going to add some hat food designs to the inside of this stall. So I'm going for a bread or a cookies pattern, just something that they would serve in the cafe. And then I'm adding some lights, just so at nighttime there will be a little bit of light going on. I also know that the telephone boxes will light up as well, so hopefully that will look really nice. And then I'm just going to customize this stool. I really like these hatched patterns because I think they look like the texture of the real stools and real chairs that they use in Paris. And I'm going with brown for these iron chairs, but I'm not sure if I will stick with that going into winter. I just think it looks nice with the brown wood of the stall at the moment. I'm also using an item that is not publicly available in the game yet. It is the sparkling cider drinks, and those are something we'll get at New Year's. I just have a friend that has provided those for me, and I think they're so fun. It looks like little beers. So I'm just planting these cute little red trees, and hopefully this will look a lot better in the winter when the trees turn a minty color, because it is a little aggressive with this dark blue and the red at the same time. I am just planting an evergreen tree over by the house, and then I am going to move on in a moment to getting all of the pathing going in front of these two resident houses. So I'm going once again for the arched stone path, and I'm going to cover them with the exact same pattern as before. I'm adding this hedge on top of the little cafe. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it, but now I'm adding all of the simple panels, and all of these are customized with my own design. Before I show you the design code for these French windows, I wanted to take a minute to talk about something really important that my friend Alex at Animal Crossing Alex has been spearheading. So many of the designs I rely on to make my island look its best are the works of other creators, and Muse wouldn't be what it is without those custom codes. I've noticed how easy it is to separate the designs from the people who create them because the numbers and letters of design codes don't really convey any meaningful information about how to find the original artists again. I'm lucky enough to have my island name be my social media handle on every single platform, but many people can't be found again with just an island and character name. So this is just something really simple, but from now on I'll only be posting the social media links for the design creators in the description instead of just listing the codes. It's just one click to see the creator code in their profile, but I really want you all to see some of the amazing creations they're coming up with and just generally know who they are. There are a few designs where I haven't found the original creator yet, or they no longer use social media, which will be the only exceptions. Anyways, now that I've held you hostage for this little chat, here's my new design code. I'd love to see you guys use this on your own islands and would really appreciate it if you tag me in your pictures because I really just want to see what everyone comes up with. Seeing your creations is what makes all of this worth it. And I've changed out the hedge for some garden wagons and iron benches, which look a little bit like a balcony when you look at it from down below, so I think that will be fun, and it will also give somewhere for Punchy to sit. But right now I am working on the roof, and I am putting down this roof pattern. Eventually I am going to make my own, but for now this is what we have. Then I am going to put up some simple panels. These are by the same person who made the cobblestone pathing that I've been using, and I'm going to also test out some potential things to put in front of it. So what I've decided on for the simple panels is to have them in 2 separate layers, and I'm also going to add some black brick ovens just to create a nice chimney effect for these fake houses in between the 2 real villager houses. Because all of the houses here, from mine to the 2 villager houses, have chimneys, I think this will look very cozy, especially going into winter. I really like the way these simple panels look. They're not meant to be roof tiles, but they do remind me very much of some of the roofs in Paris because a lot of those buildings have attic apartments, and I think this really gives that effect. Eventually, I think I will put something up on these little roofs behind the villager houses, but for now I'm not sure what to do with that, so I'll leave them empty. And this is how it looks from the front. I've decided that I want to put some trees here, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm thinking of a little cafe area in between, just so that Diana and Punchy have somewhere to sit. So now I am going to work on the land bridge. I think this will be a cute little addition to the neighborhood, just to fill it in a little bit. And it is going to be a little bit of a tight squeeze getting in front of Diana's house before I move it back. As you can see over in the corner here, when the house is set back one tile from the simple panels in front, it does actually look a lot more natural and a lot less like you can see the cliff behind the house. So I do really appreciate the way Punchy's house looks, and I definitely prefer that. So I think that is what I am going to be doing for Diana as well. I like to use the iron and stone fences primarily facing you. I don't like it so much from the other side because it just looks like a bunch of concrete blocks or something. But I really like the detail on the single tile version of that. So I'm using it for the bridge even though it isn't like the main fence of the bridge. And then I'm also going to just fill in this little area. I'm not going to work on the sides of the canal today. That'll be my next video or the one after the next video. But I just wanted to show you how cool this cobblestone tile pathing looks over top of the archstone pathing. It just gives you a whole different way to use that texture, and it looks really nice. I'm just going to add some finishing touches like this floating biotype planter, some cypress trees in front of my house, and I'm also going to add some more items up on top. I decided to place a garden wagon, but then I didn't really like that, so I went for a little plant in the corner. And then on the other side, I've gone for a fortune cookie cart. And I'm also working on placing some loft beds around Punchy's house on the right side, as well as a couple more simple panels. I really like the loft beds because they allow you to get a little bit closer to the edge of the cliff than you otherwise could with something that is quite tall and has a similar amount of height and width to it as a cliff would. And I'm actually going to trap Fauna in here. Sorry, Fauna. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope that this new custom design will be useful for you all. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Reddit at Muse, and if you'd like to be the first to see these new builds and custom designs, then please consider subscribing. I really appreciate each and every one of you who choose to stick around. Thank you again for watching, and I hope I'll see you again next time. Bye!